Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of NASCAR Heat 5 on the channel here today. Truck Series action here tonight, race number 2 of the round of 10 in the playoffs. Chase Elliott got a win at Canadian Tire in the playoff opener, the round of 10 opener. So he is advanced into the round of 8. We'll have to see if somebody else will clinch here tonight at Martinsville. Short track racing, Elliott did win at Martinsville earlier this season, back at race number 2 when we raced here earlier on. He dominated that race, might I add. So we'll see how we're going to do tonight. We're going to run a little bit of practice and some session qualifying and jump right on into the race. CW2288, Riff Reaper, Sam Stone, and Mr. Miskowski, welcome to the stream. All right, Jackson Thomas also welcome. So we got the controller in hand here tonight. We're about to get started here in this one. This should be a lot of fun. Just gonna run a handful of laps here in practice to make sure we get the handling of the truck down. Of course, on the Cup Series race at Martinsville, Chase Elliott had DNF'd. Or sorry, not Chase Elliott, but Jimmy Johnson had DNF'd in that one earlier this season. So we got to make sure here in the Truck Series, even though we won the race, that the handling's perfectly fine. We've only DNF'd once in the Truck Series season so far. That was at Atlanta in the second to last race of the regular season. Good old short track racing here on a Wednesday night, though, in the Gander Outdoor Truck Series. We had a great race at Canadian Tire. Even though Elliott had gotten the win, a lot of craziness went on. That is for sure. These playoff races are so big. Big time anytime you can get car or truck, depending on what series you're in, obviously, into victory lane. Might be backing down these corners just a little too bit. Elliott gonna practice a green flag pit stop here.
Watch your speed, please.
Garrett Master 2000, welcome to the stream. I figured I said it right that time. I just got to get it to roll off the tongue a little quicker, that's all. So, this is only going to be a 200 lap race here today at Martinsville, Texas Roadhouse 200. So this race is going to fly by. 200 laps at Martinsville, not long at all. Half-mile racetrack. Called 88, welcome to the stream. When's the next stream? The next stream is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be the Cup Series at Las Vegas. So the start of the round of 12 there. And the start time is going to be about anywhere between 4 and 5 o'clock tomorrow. Eastern Standard Time, as always. Alright, not a bad pit stop there, not gonna lie. What was it, 15.9? Best lap was lap 1, 20.904. It felt like I was just backing up the corners a little bit too much. We'll loosen the truck up at least for qualifying here, and we'll see how that's going to go. If it's too loose in round 1, hopefully we just get to the top 24, and then we'll work on it handling-wise going forward. Oh yeah, this truck is turning a heck of a lot easier now. Definitely have to be careful with it here. Especially getting the hammer down as quickly as we can. .09 will be 16th in round number 1. So good enough to get to the top 24. Ben Rhodes top of the charts in round number 1 of qualifying. Braden Thompson, welcome to the stream. Tyler Burback, also welcome to the stream.
Time to go now.
So Elliott going to run 2 laps here in round 2.
You're clear.
Oh, Elliott a little too tight there. Almost got back into the gas too soon. He kept it off the wall, though, and never had to lift, so I guess it wasn't too terrible. In turns 1 and 2, he'll run one more lap here in qualifying. Just got to get to the top 12 to qualify himself into the third and final round of qualifying, so that's all it takes. Oh, and a little too tight. He had to get out the gas off in turn 2. Still just getting the hammer down just a little bit too quick. Start freezing top of the charts right now with a 20.715. A lot better through turns 3 and 4 that time for Elliott. I don't think that's going to make up for the lost cause. Lap 1, 21.165. 21.126 on lap 2. So round 1 was a little bit quicker, but he does jump up one spot. So Chase Elliott will qualify 15th. He will not make it to the final round of session qualifying, and Todd Gilliland will be on the pole. Or sorry, he qualifies first for round 2, I should say. Not necessarily on the pole yet. And it looks like we got a driver going to the rear of the field. So Elliott will actually start 14th. Black Ace, welcome to the stream. This track should be DNF free. Well, we'll see. It's only 200 laps though, so again, we're already locked into the next round, so YouTube has not notified me that you were live the past few days. That's Jackson Pittner, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't know. There's some sort of algorithm issue. I think the way they go by is if you miss like four videos in a row, so that counts for streams and videos, it won't alert you until you watch another one. So it should alert you now. I believe that's the algorithm, unless they change it again, but I know that's what it was. All right, so we'll take a look at the playoff standings here before we get a start in this race. Again, I kind of have to do it manually. We do know Chase Elliott's locked into the round of 8, winning the playoff opener at Canadian Tire. Again, 8 drivers will go to the next round of the playoffs in this 10 truck field. So we still got 9 drivers fighting for 7 spots. A win, you're automatically in. Right now on the cut line, so take a quick look here. So on the cut line, Marcus Hook is the first driver, or I should say the last driver in on points by just 1 point over Ben Rhodes. And then Grant Enfinger is right around the bubble also. He's only +6 right now. Then you got to go the next closest driver above the cut line would be Matt Crafton and Riley Herbst, and they are currently 15 points above the cut line. So a little bit more room, but definitely not comfortable. Still got 2 races. Ross Chastain DNF'd in the last race at Canadian Tire, or sorry, not DNF, but he had a bad finish there compared to what it looked like he was going to have at the start of the race. So Ross Chastain not in a good spot. He is below the cut line also. So here we go. Without further ado, we're going to hop right on into this. So hopefully we don't have too loose of a truck here. We'll have to wait and see. Todd Gilliland is on the pole for this race here tonight. Zane Smith will be starting at the rear of the field along with Jason White. None of those two are playoff drivers. Gilliland is not a playoff driver either. So a little bit of an upset to get the pole there. Logan Miller, welcome to the stream. So here we go. 200 laps at Martinsville here tonight. The green flag is in the air as Gilliland will lead the field to the green. Chase Elliott starting on the top side on the initial start. He's going to want to get down to the bottom as quick as he can. Everybody checks up now into turns 1 and 2. Elliott trying to get the pole on Tyler Hill there. Can he beat him into the corner? He does. He forced his way in there, but he did beat his competitor to the inside there. Got a little shot from behind when he did it. I think Hill was anticipating that to happen, though, and that's why he gave Elliott a shot, but Chase quickly to 13th. King, welcome to the stream. Favorite track? Nice. See if we have some good old short track racing here tonight. Again, we'll only have to make 1 pit stop depending how the cautions might fall. We only had 2 cautions in this race earlier this season, so we'll see how this is going to go. Elliott's got to get right on the back bumper of Rhodes, but he accidentally got in the back of him instead there. He was to the inside of Ty Majeski, and that's why we wanted to get to Rhodes' back bumper, but we didn't want to hit him. That just slowed down both of us. Elliott bounces off the curb, but he's all over the back of the 99. He really wants Rhodes to get by. It's holding Chase Elliott up just a little bit also. Chase kind of overrunning the corners a little bit, loses the little ground. Johnny Sauter had a poor qualifying effort, and now Ben Rhodes gets underneath Jesse Little, so Little could be holding up Ty Majeski here. Majeski maybe looking to the inside a little. Elliott just not able to drive it in deep into these corners to get to the inside of these guys. He just doesn't have the straightaway speed. Elliott outbreaks Burbeck, or Majeski that time. Tyler, I saw your comment in the chat and I accidentally broadcasted it as you were the driver. So Elliott's going to get to the inside of Majeski, looking to make a pass. Jesse Little kind of clogging both lanes right now. Elliott just strictly going for more playoff points in these next two races. Final two races of the round are obviously at Martinsville here today, and the cutoff races at Daytona for the round of 10. So these guys definitely don't want to go into Daytona not being locked in. You could be 30 points to the good, get involved in the big one, have a terrible finish, and you could find your way out of the playoffs in that cutoff race. But boy, Elliott and Majeski have really been going at it for position here. And I think Elliott could get around him, but Jesse Little has kind of cost him a lot of time. And there's a power move by Elliott, able to clear Majeski. And now he's working on Jesse Little through turns 1 and 2. And Elliott, in 2 corners, he gains 2 spots. He's up to 11. So as the run carries on, truck's obviously going to get a little bit looser and a little bit looser. Hopefully it's not going to get too loose on us. We came in with a balanced setup. I usually don't do that for the short tracks, but we'll see. This is going to be a long green flag run. If we don't get a caution anywhere in here, this is going to be pretty difficult to say the least as far as trying to get what we need out of the race truck. Lap traffic could be playing a factor here. Leaders are definitely in it right now. Majeski keeps trying to close in on Elliott, but it seems like Elliott's getting a little bit better speed off the exit of the corners. He's able to get a little bit more speed down the straightaways now compared to what he was. I know with the Cup cars, you kind of want to start high and dive into the center of the corner, start to go lower, and then exit high. It seems to be the fastest line, but with these trucks, you really have to back it down a little bit more. They're a lot heavier than the Cup cars. So really, everybody's kind of hooked right along the bottom the entire time. It's a stay low and go mentality at Martinsville. You really don't want to have to go to the top. In the truck series, at least. You can make the top side work in the Cup, and you can make it work in the truck. It's just a lot more difficult in this series to do that. Oh, Elliott overruns the corner, and Majeski's there. He tried to give Elliott the boot. Elliott able to stay right in front of him. That was a close call. Elliott almost lost the spot. We're still early into this race, so it's tough to tell if he's actually got a long run truck or not, because we're only 16 laps completed at the line that time. Man, he's got to be careful. He's getting a better run off the exit of the corner if Majeski can't get to his inside, but it's definitely risky, that is for sure. Ben Rhodes looking to get underneath his teammate Grant Enfinger. But Rhodes, of course, as we mentioned, 1 point below the cut line coming into this race. You do not want to be below the cut line going into Daytona, putting yourself in that kind of a situation. Majeski back to the inside, Elliott again. Chase kept flirting with the outside a little bit. Majeski kept taking peeks. That time he's going to stay underneath Elliott. And he's going to clear him off the exit of turn 4. Well, he did for a minute. Elliott got a little tight off the exit of the corner, but Majeski kind of got a little loose at the same time. Elliott dives it in deep, but he just can't get underneath the 45. 45 all over the back of the 99 now. There's a big gap back there. 5.5 seconds back to Riley Herbst in 13th. Johnny Sauter's back there also. Those are 2 playoff drivers as well. Southern Rebels 01, welcome to the stream. Got your steering wheel today. Nice, nice. Yeah, doing pretty good so far today. Back to my weekend. Man, these lap cars are really pesky right in front of the leaders. Oh man, it looked like Elliott was going to get there, and then he did. Kind of hooked the curbing in a bad spot though, and it slowed him down quite a bit. Oh, Majeski moves Ben Rhodes, and boy, Ty Majeski's been very aggressive trying to make passes today, let me tell you. Adele, welcome to the stream. Oh, Elliott, that would have been a perfect time to go low. He kind of set up Ben Rhodes, but he just can't get under him. Oh, and now he runs into the back of him. Rhodes checked up big time because Grant Enfinger checked up. Oh, now it gets a little tight. A little more contact off the exit of turn 4. Rafael Assar's slower lap truck in the way of Chastain. It's kind of holding up both lines right now. Oh man, these guys are holding up, slowing up in the center of the corner so much. And that time Elliott anticipated it. He took it 3 wide to the bottom, and Chase Elliott is gonna get past, at least Majeski couldn't quite clear Enfinger there. Now gets to the inside of the 40 of Chastain, and Lessard is actually 4th position. He's not a lap down, but he's definitely holding these guys up. Man, Chastain was just there, and now Elliott clears them before they get into the next corner. Elliott trying to stay off of these guys and trying not to give the bump and runs, but these guys are checking up so much in the corners, just like Lessard did again there. And Elliott's got to be careful. The more damage he gets to the front bumper of the car, more and more of a danger spot is what it's seeming like. Man, that inside's just checking up, and that time Elliott's going to go to the outside. Maybe not the wisest move, but we'll see how this is going to work out for him. Get a better run off the exit of the corners, that's for sure. And look at Elliott go down the front straightaway, 3 wide to the top side of the racetrack. Wow, 3 wide at Martinsville. Leaders are side by side right now. Elliott just barely rubbed the wall up. A 2, and Austin Hill absolutely sends Elliott up the track. Crafton was to the inside there. Crafton gets loose. He's out of the momentum there, and Crafton just booted Elliott into the 16 of Austin Hill. Nothing but playoff drivers at the front of the field here. Desperation early. My goodness. Fight for the bottom. Unbelievable. Now they're 3 wide. 4th position again. 3 by 3 at Martinsville. This is insane. Saudio, welcome to the stream. Oh, we're 4 wide at Martinsville. Elliott doesn't have enough room. Oh, man. Couldn't tell if there was contact between the 88 and the 40 back there. There might have been. Elliott now back to the inside of Lessard. Look at that tire smoke coming out of Elliott's tires. He's really trying to turn that race truck in the center of the corners. He's side by side for 5th. Oh, for sure. Chase Elliott's got the position on Lessard, so Elliott into the top 5 for sure now. Short track racing at its finest in the early going of this one at Martinsville. There's Angel O'Rourke. That gives Elliott a little bit more space behind Majeski. And Ty's got a fast truck. Oh, and he got stuck on the outside. Didn't roll into the corner very well. Elliott back to his inside. Chase going to try to outbrake Jason White and use White as a pick. That's the lap truck to the outside. Majeski is about to get hung out now, and that'll get Elliott to 4th. Man, we're already almost 35 laps in. And I believe the race leader is Brett Moffitt, so top 3 cars, or trucks I should say, are all non-playoff drivers. Not what those guys want to see. And obviously, Chase Elliott already locked into the next round. Majeski, another non-playoff driver, in 5th. You got to go to 6th place where Enfinger's at to see the first playoff driver that isn't already locked into the next round. Elliott to the inside of Gillen. Elliott had to brake quite a bit though. Clay Greenfield was in the way. Majeski closes right back up on Elliott because of it. Back to the inside of Gillen again. Oh, and Majeski is again being very aggressive. About gave Chase the boot there. Chase was able to hold on to the race truck. Using Clay Greenfield as a pick. Gillen tried to take it 3 wide to the top, and that didn't work out for him. Majeski is going to get by Gillen just as good as Elliott did, and Chase is up to 3rd. Majeski's up to 4th. And that 45 truck again is fast. He almost got to the inside of Elliott again. Brett Moffitt is about 3.5 seconds ahead of Elliott. Boy, he really pulled away from him quick. I don't think Chase has the fastest truck in the field tonight. Unlike what you saw in the first race here at Martinsville. Never mind that tire smoke. As long as we make it to lap 100, make it halfway, it's going to be a 1 pit stop race today unless cautions kind of determine otherwise. But definitely been a fun start here tonight, to say the least. Elliott driving a loose race truck, but it's not getting too loose. Loose is fast if you can hang on to it. He's definitely done a great job hanging on to it. It's mainly just getting the power down in the center of the corner. Shane Smith, who started at the rear, really hasn't moved up. Elliott misses his marks just a hair. Keeps Majeski from getting under him. But we get later and later into the run. Not only the tires are slipping away, but again, it's a looser race truck in general. And if we make contact, it's just going to be even harder to keep control, especially if somebody tries to give us the boot. Elliott is working to the outside, trying to get around Zane Smith. It's not working for him. Majeski's going to get to the inside of Elliott all of a sudden. Elliott side draft in the right rear just enough to keep him side by side. And Majeski up to 3rd. Andrew, welcome to the stream. Oh no, Zane Smith! 3 wide up the middle. 3 wide up the middle. Or I should say in the middle. Going backwards was the lap car of Zane Smith. Joe Nemechek then gets in the way, and Majeski's got nowhere to go. Stuart Friesen all over the back bumper of Brett Moffitt for the lead, and he's looking to the inside of him now. They're battling in the lap traffic. Moffitt goes high to try and get around Spencer Boyd. Oh, man. Contact between Elliott and Gustine. What a power move by Elliott. Get by the lap truck of Dean as quickly as he could, but now which way does he go? Look at Moffitt trying to go up the middle between Tyler Ankrum. The other lap truck up there. Where does Elliott go? I think he's going to go high. Oh, right where the leaders are at, but now Ankrum was able to shut the door on Moffitt. Elliott going to get back to the bottom, 3 wide now for 2nd place. Lap truck in the middle, that's Natalie Decker. And Ty Majeski following right behind Elliott. Side by side now for 2nd. Spencer Boyd going to get in the way of the 52 of Stuart Friesen, Chase Elliott. Now to the inside for the lead on Brett Moffitt. Elliott has not led yet today. We're almost a quarter of the way through the race. Elliott started in 14th after qualifying 15th. Man! Boy, he drove it in deep there and just couldn't keep the hammer down after that contact with the lap truck of John Hunter Nemechek. Oh, more contact. Nemechek tried to close the door on him, but Elliott was there. Elliott trying to stay to the inside of the 8 so he doesn't do that again, and he didn't. And Nemechek actually got a little loose on the outside, so Elliott's going to clear him easily. Yep, Christopher Bell to JGR. Oh. Power slide through turns 3 and 4 that time for Elliott. Moffitt is going to clear Eckes and Ankrum. Elliott goes a little high, and boy, it's a lot of tire smoke coming out of that race truck. I'd say it's concerning if it was any other track, but Martinsville pretty slow. Shouldn't have to worry about it. Seems like it's coming out of the left front when we're trying to move, but he couldn't clear Majeski. He was 3 wide middle. Majeski was already to the inside. Oh, man, contact with Ankrum set Elliott into the wall. Elliott tried to cut down in front of Ankrum and clear him, and he didn't have him clear in the center of the corner. Now he's got to cross Ankrum back over as Majeski's getting away, but actually Majeski not only is getting away from Elliott, he is running down the race leader, Brett Moffitt. Elliott stays in 3rd right now, still has not yet led a lap. Oh boy, big bounce off the curb that time. We're going to ride along with Chase Elliott here. With multiple different camera angles. 149 laps to go. Still plenty of time. And still caution free up to this point as well. Definitely been some satisfying entertainment to say the least. It's loose, but this truck is definitely fun to drive. I'll tell you guys that much. It's not too loose. It's really fun just kind of letting the tires slide off the exit of these corners and really just letting the truck slide out from under us. Jordan Anderson in 19th is right there. Elliott's going to shoot the gap into 3 to the inside of him. Trying to make quick work of Jordan Anderson, and he will. Pushes up the track. Man! Almost kind of dirt tracking it off the exit of these corners, just power sliding. Not as fast as what we were here the first time this season, but it's fast in general. I mean, we've got a top 5 truck. Ty Gillen, man, he's falling way off the lead. He was a pole sitter. He's back to 5th, remember. Kind of letting the truck slide out, but ooh, overdrove turn 3 just a hair. Oh, big bounce off the curb. Getting into turn 3. Tyler Ankrum's keeping pace with Chase Elliott, by the way, right now.
Still there?
About halfway through the tire run. Oh, Tyler Hill just about pulled down in front of Elliott. Moved up just in time. Chase is going to get by him pretty quickly. Oni, welcome to the stream. And look at this heavy lap traffic now, not too far ahead of Elliott. Another big bounce off the curb. Lap 60. We got 11 wins on the season. so far this year. We've won back-to-back, Oni. Already locked into the next round after that win at Canadian Tire again. That was yesterday. Going for 5 more playoff points and another win here on the season for Chase Elliott at Martinsville. A track he's pretty good at. That's the one here in the Cup Series. He's been close a couple times. Elliott's getting a lot better at braking later into the corner, and he's only about a second off the lead and a half a second off the second place. Oh, he really missed the corner. He wanted to go high, but not that high. Got a really solid drive off, though, and he's going up the middle, 3 wide on Majeski. Bold move by Elliott. He's up to second. Oh, but the 97 of Jesse Little cleared him, but Elliott able to cross him over to the inside. It's tough to tell where Elliott needs to go with this heavy lap traffic right in front of the leaders. How patient does Elliott get, though? And what lane do you choose? Outside, inside. Oh, contact between the leaders. That costed Elliott a little bit of ground there. He's able to stay to the outside of Sheldon Creed. Creed couldn't clear him, and Majeski's still right on the back bumper of the 24. Diamond Jeff, welcome to the stream. Oh, boy. Moffitt got really loose in the middle lane, and he's loose again on the exit. Chase Elliott to the lead on the outside. Elliott leads his first lap of the race at lap 67. Really don't want to tighten the truck up. I mean, I really like how it's a little loose, but not too loose. It's as fast as we can keep control of it. We're keeping pretty slow control. Just how do we get around the lap trucks right now? 3 wide all the way to the bottom. Ben Rhodes, Riley Herbst, Johnny Sutter, Ross Chastain, all 4 of those drivers are in the playoffs. They do not want to go a lap down. Oh, Chastain checked up big time. Elliott right in the back of him. Oh, wow. There's another big bounce off the curb, and here comes Moffitt to the outside. Side by side for the lead between Moffitt and Elliott. Moffitt clears Elliott off of turn 4. And just like that, he's back to the lead again. Oh, it looked like he was starting at the bottom. He got loose. I think he was trying to block Elliott also. Man, look at how loose Moffitt is. Elliott drives it in deep, and he's underneath him. But he can't stay underneath him off the exit of the corner. He does clear Herbst, though. Oh, Moffitt about into the back of the 99. The 24 of Elliott checked up also. That allows Tanner Gray back to the inside. Oh, wow, this 24 truck is very loose. Did a good job, for the most part, trying to keep it off of these guys in front of him. And Elliott clears Tanner Gray again. How's he going to get around Moffitt? Moffitt back on the outside. Moffitt got loose once, and that's how Elliott was able to get to the outside of him. He got loose again. He got loose again. Elliott's going to get around him back to the top. And this is the second different time Elliott's led in the race. So Moffitt and Elliott have traded the lead back and forth a couple times here. Elliott drives it in deep. Oh, and he's into the back of Chastain. He might have gotten help from behind from Rhodes. I wouldn't be surprised because, I mean, it was definitely close. He tried to squeeze in there. I think he got a shot from behind from Rhodes and then sent him right into Chastain. That was a late clearing attempt, though, definitely by Elliott. Rhodes probably just couldn't get on the brakes in time. Elliott back to the outside of these guys. 3 wide, all the way to the top. He's desperately trying to get around these lap trucks as quick as he can. And he got the top 4 within 2.5. He's at least 21 seconds off the lead, if not a lap down. Oh man, contact with Crafton kind of set Elliott up towards the wall.
Got one peeking inside. Got one peeking inside. You got room, you're clear. Got one outside now.
Oh wow, oh 4 wide. Second time we've seen 4 wide action today. Ooh, cracked into the back bumper of his teammate Enfinger. Man, these guys that are in the playoffs right in front of the race leader Chase Elliott trying to stay on the lead lap. Oh, and Crafton just got, he either got nailed from behind or he got into the back of Enfinger on his own. Another big checkup on the bottom. And it just seems like that bottom lane checks up more often than anybody else. Caution for the first time today. Caution is out. Austin Wayne Self and ninth will get the free pass. Crafton, Enfinger, Hill, all in the playoffs and all barely hold on to the lead lap. Thaddeus, welcome to the stream. Thanks for subbing, man. Ooh. Kyle Busch for trucks next season? No. Oh, we got to make sure we pit here. Definitely going to repair that 3 seconds of damage. 4 fresh tires and a full tank of fuel. We're just outside the pit window. We're going to go green with 118 to go. Wow, slow pit stop for Elliott. Lost 5 spots. Majeski gains 2. He wins the race off of pit road. And here we go. Martinsville. Green flag back in the air following the first caution of the race. Elliott. Oh man, he wanted to drive it in deep. He was definitely off the curbing. Elliott just going to pull up behind Moffitt. Going to clear the Thor Motorsport trucks behind him. Gilliland back up to second quickly on Austin Hill, who also gained a few spots on pit road. Actually gained quite a bit. Very surprised Austin Hill was actually able to gain that many spots on pit road. I think he restarted 4th. Gained a couple of them. Elliott's desperately oh, and he just ran into the back of Hill. Hill checked up big time. A little more contact now between Moffitt, Elliott, Hill. Crafted all over the back bumper of Elliott. Oh. Elliott almost got the boot that time. Meanwhile, Majeski's getting away. I think Ty Majeski's got the fastest truck in the field, and he definitely had a fast pit stop with his crew there. But again, the question is, will we stay green to the end of the race? And if we do, can these guys make it on fuel and tires? We're right on that window. We're almost halfway done already. A quick race pace with only the 1 yellow. Am I using Kyle Busch next season in trucks? I will be doing another vote from you guys in the chat before we start the next truck season for season 2. Again, we'll be using stages for that season. Same thing with every other series. And I'll take a vote from you guys once again. So our vote, we were Chase Elliott the first time. Now, I will exclude the vote from Kyle Busch simply because we're using Kyle Busch for the Xfinity series. So I don't want to use him for the trucks. So we will take a vote to see who we will have. It'll be anybody but Kyle Busch or Chase Elliott for the truck series next season. Oh, big bounce off the curb. Elliott right into the side of Moffitt again there. You just can't get around him. Oh man, Elliott's really driving it in deep. Keeps getting right into the side of Moffitt. I think something's telling me Todd Gillen's holding him up, and Elliott missed the bottom just enough, and Matt Crafton uses the bump and run maneuver. He's going to clear Elliott. He's like, well, if you won't use the bumper too hard, I will. Crafton moves past Elliott, and now working his way around Moffitt. Elliott is struggling here today. I mean, he's literally only led a handful of laps. We're almost halfway home. It's amazing because he dominated this race earlier this season. Setup is a little different, but a little looser to kind of help out instead of being too tight. Definitely helping the short run speed. Elliott got a great drive off because Enfinger almost got under him. Actually, that's Ben Rhodes, who was one lap down. And Elliott tries to use the bump back on Crafton, and he gets off the curbing. Elliott loses a ton of time there. He's able to stay in front of the 99. And the other truck stacked in behind the 99. I hope we take the win, that's for sure. Oh man, Crafton's about ready to move Austin Hill now. Crafton, desperate situation here. He is 15 points above the cut line and running top 5. That's great, but obviously he wants to win, knowing that Daytona's the next race in the Truck Series and the unknown will await in that 100-lap event. Very interesting race for sure, with it being a cutoff race. Elliott quickly got right back to the back bumper of these guys. And Austin Hill's close to getting underneath the Gillen. He almost did it there. Elliott's all over the back of the 88. He just can't get the straightaway speed on the short runs. That's what he lacks. And he's actually going to look to the outside there for a moment. That might have been a bad move because here comes Rhodes, and Elliott too tight. He's in the wall off of 2. Probably a bad move to get to the outside that time. Hindsight's always 20/20, but Stuart Friesen, meanwhile, is up to 7. And he is knocking on the back door of Elliott. He was running in second for a little while at the very beginning of the race. I'd have to go with pretzels on that one, Diamond. Man, Stuart Friesen. Again, he's all over the back of Elliott, that is for sure. We haven't even hit lap traffic, and that is coming up very soon also. Cross flags also coming up soon. This time by, we'll be halfway home here tonight at Martinsville. Friesen looks to the inside of Chase Elliott. He is there for the moment. Elliott tries to clear him, and he does. And despite the late block, Friesen did not get into the back of Elliott, so that was a bold move by Elliott. Definitely could have gotten moved up the track there, but Friesen played it nicely there. That was the last lap of the race. I don't think he would have played it nicely. Austin Hill still trying to get around Gillen. He's really trying to before that lap traffic too. Friesen got a good drive off of turn 2, but not as good as Elliott. Elliott's able to stay in front of him. Oh, Rhodes gets into the back of his teammate Crafton. That's stacked up the inside because then Elliott got in the back of Rhodes, and I believe that's going to allow Moffitt to clear Crafton. No, not even. He still can't clear him. Oh boy, Elliott tight off of 2. not late enough in the run for the truck to really start getting loose on him again.
Got one peeking inside. You got room, you're clear there.
That was a good corner to the 3 and 4 that time for Elliott. Right when Rhodes moved up, but Rhodes still got a decent drive off the exit of the corner. Oh, that was a great undercut off the exit of the corner for Elliott. Beats everybody back to the gas. 3 wide to the bottom now. Oh! Rhodes gets really loose. A little bit of tire smoke out of the 99 truck now. We're still 3 wide. Raji, welcome to the stream. So Elliott not only for 5th, but again, Austin Hill. Brett Moffitt right there. Oh, into the back of Fogelman now. 3 wide for 3rd place. More contact with Austin Hill. He had to get out of the gas. A little door slam on the lap truck. Elliott aggressively up to 2nd. 5.5 seconds off the lead. Lap traffic working out for Chase Elliott on this run, unlike the last run. But again, if we go green to the finish, with just the one lone caution today, is Chase Elliott going to be able to make it to the end of this race on fuel? Not only Elliott, will the rest of the field be able to make it on fuel? Fuel and tires, might I add. Definitely going to be a little bit of a difference maker. 93 laps to go. Well, 2 laps short on fuel right now. Elliott clears Eckes through 3 and 4. Majeski's getting through the lap traffic very well right now too. There was about a 4-truck battle though for 2nd place from the drop of the green flag on that restart, and Elliott trying to get around these lap trucks as quick as he can right now.
Still there. Careful, still there. You're all clear on contact.
Ooh. Barely cleared Anderson that time. Not a bad move by Elliott. Definitely a clean pass. Oh, wow. A little bit of a tag there on John Hunter. Oh, and barely cleared him too. Elliott desperately trying to get around these guys. He's losing time from Majeski. And again, Ty Majeski seems like he's got the fastest truck in the field tonight. Definitely not helping Elliott whatsoever. That is for sure. Still 88 laps to go, though. You never know what could happen. We've only had 1 caution so far today. Well past the halfway point. Matt Crafton up to 3rd place, playoff driver. Again, Daytona, the cutoff race here in the round of 10. Custom schedule season. Joe Nemechek, Angela Ruck right there in front of Elliott. Good drive off though by Elliott again. Started just a little higher, exited lower, and when he doesn't hit the curbing when he does that, that's perfect. And he's going to get by Nemechek. Now probably set up Ruck in turns 1 and 2 to get around her in 3 and 4, just like he did with Nemechek there. Start a little higher. Get the exit. Diving down to the bottom, great run. Elliott should be able to get around Ruck into turns 3 and 4. That seems to be the move. That seems to be a perfect move that Elliott's able to pull off. Set him up one corner, get him the next. And he is starting to cut down on the race leader. Elliott trying to hit his marks like that consistently around the track now. Now that he's in the open, it's a lot easier than when you're battling for position. Speaking of battling for position, Moffitt back up to third, ahead of Crafton. Now 4 seconds off the lead. Oh, man. Can alternate through the different camera angles one final time in today's races. We have 82 to go. Tire wear 63% on the right front, which is obviously the tire we're going to have to take care of the most. Definitely hard on a short track, especially as flat as Martinsville is. Heavy braking zones for sure. And how about Brett Moffitt? He is slowly catching up to Chase Elliott here. Crafton is too, but not as much as Moffitt is. Elliott 3 seconds off the lead. He is also closing in on Majeski. Largely due to the lap traffic. Great corner there through 1 and 2. Kind of pulled Moffitt just a little bit that time. Don't count Moffitt out of this race. He has not won yet this season, but he is a former champion in the series, despite not making the playoffs. Oh, and he overruns the corner, and Moffitt is there and clears Elliott. Elliott had to get out of the gas. And now Moffitt kind of pulls Elliott off of turn 4. And now he's stuck in line behind Jesse Little in the 97. And here's Crafton all of a sudden. Ooh, Moffitt just able to get underneath Little. Elliott tries to follow. He gets to the inside of him, but he... Oh, big side draft. There's a big side draft down the front straightaway there, and Elliott's going to be able to pass Little off of turn 2. He clears him. Crafton will try to do the same. He gets alongside. He'll probably get him in the next corner. And again, Moffitt closing in on Ty Majeski. Majeski has led the most, well, I shouldn't say led the most laps in the race, but he's definitely had the fastest truck. I believe Moffitt has led the most laps up to this point at least. Oh, man, a little bit of a wheel hop there. I think Moffitt got into Rafael Lassard also up there. Elliott, big wheel spin off in turn 4, got really loose. Haven't seen him that loose today. Boy, these truck drivers are really driving the wheels off the trucks tonight. Elliott got stuck behind Lassard. By the way, Majeski's lost the lead now to Brett Moffitt, and Moffitt gets a little loose in the corner. Crafton now to the inside for third place on Elliott. Elliott purposely went high there. Probably a bad move. He's trying to get around Zane Smith. Oh, contact with Smith and Elliott. Elliott goes all the way up the track. Trying to cross over on Crafton for third. 3 wide into the corner. This time Elliott on the bottom, and boy, Majeski really checked up there. Contact between Majeski and Elliott off of turn 2. A little bit of a rub. Chase Elliott up to second place. Crafton side by side now for third behind. Moffitt in the lead, but how much longer? Elliott really went all the way up high there, a little too high. Definitely couldn't keep the power down. Don't want to be all the way up there, but he's looking to take it 3 wide if he has to. Suck the air off of that. After you saw Moffitt get loose in the middle. Elliott to the lead, third time today. Chase Elliott is leading laps at Martinsville. 70 laps to go in this race. It has been a while since he's been in the lead. Almost 50 laps. Oh, well, contact down on the inside line now. No. Elliott doing a great job as much as he can keeping it off of these guys.
Hold your line, got one inside. Inside.
Elliott a little tight there. Moffitt on the outside, right behind Chase Elliott.
Car coming inside now.
Crafton is actually cleared Moffitt on the inside.
You're clear.
Oh, Elliott's coming in hot, and he just ran into the back of the 22. And Crafton is coming.
You got room. You're clear there.
Evan Stewart, welcome to the stream.
Clear down low.
Oh no, man, Elliott's just coming in way too hot. His lap cars check up so much around this racetrack. 66 laps to go.
Car outside. Hold the line.
Look at the beaten and battered front nose of the 24 Hooters Silverado. Just 65 to go. Caution's out again. Well, this will solve the tire issue and the fuel window issue we were going to have. Caution's out for the second time today with 65 to go. Austin Wayne Self will get the free pass in ninth once again. Crafton in second there. So here we go. Another pit stop. Final one of the day likely. And this time, Elliott, another slow stop. It only loses 2 spots instead of 4. Matt Crafton wins the race off pit road. That is huge. Crafton in the playoffs. Green flag in the air. Elliott, not a bad jump on the restart. He's gonna, well, he was looking to drive it hard into the corner, but Crafton took it in so deep, and now Crafton is there. Easily clears Friesen off of turn 2. Friesen had a pretty fast pit stop himself there, and now Chase Elliott trying to desperately get around Moffitt. He only gains 1 spot on the restart. Majeski, big loser there. He's all of a sudden lost a ton of spots. Just 60 laps remain as Crafton now leads at Martinsville. Oh, man. I think Dillon's kind of holding up Grant Enfinger further back behind. But Elliott's just not able to keep up with the top 3 right now. And Friesen, he was actually kind of even with, but and this 24 truck is just not good on the short runs. He's better on the long runs as the truck loosens up about 20 to 30 laps into the run, but even then, I don't think he's that much faster. It's probably arguably the second fastest truck in the field. Ty Majeski not having a good restart there or a good pit stop like the first 2 he had in this race. Oh, man. It is definitely all up in the air. Once the leaders get the lap traffic, it should congest things as they have all night tonight. 55 to go. That was Elliott's fastest lap. He's running as hard as he can right now with these fresh tires, but the top three have made adjustments throughout the course of the race. And that is why they are where they are at this point in the late going. Almost 3/4 of the way home here in a handful of laps. The playoff drama's definitely been there tonight. Maybe not necessarily with DNFs, but just in the general consensus that the playoff drivers have been up at the front of the field for a lot of this race. Maybe not a lot of them, but there has been some within the top 5 scattered throughout most of this race. $51 to go. $50 laps remain here at Martinsville. Lap traffic is right alongside of Crafton, in fact, as we run. So we'll see. Moffitt's been trying to get around freezing since the restart. Ooh. Big bounce off the curb through 1 and 2. Elliott still got to the gas quite decently there. Will that have been the final restart of the race, though? Although it was the last pit stop, likely, unless we get really late in this run. You might see some pit strategy. Again, only 9 drivers on the lead lap right now, so there are a lot of drivers a lap down. There could be some pit strategy late. But are you willing to lose the track position trying to gain it back? It would definitely be risky, that is for sure. Yeah, I do watch college football. I've actually got my University of Michigan hat on. It's backwards, so it's probably tough to read. But yeah, obviously being a Big Ten fan, they've already announced there's no Big Ten football this fall. I doubt they're going to be able to play in the spring, so it's a bummer for sure. It could be better for NASCAR, though. Remember, their first 4 playoff races are night races. I think 3 of them are on Saturdays. The Darlington race is on a Sunday, of course, Labor Day weekend, but that could help with the ratings there. Playoff time for the Cup Series Saturday nights, for sure. I'd be surprised if any college football gets played at this point, though. I think it's only a matter of time before you see ACC cancel their season, kind of like the Pac-12 and the Big Ten have already done. Sorry for the lag in the stream, by the way. It was fine until just a little bit ago. Family's home, though, so everybody's probably on the Wi-Fi right now. That's how it works. At home by myself works perfectly fine. We get other people on Wi-Fi while just one other person slowly slows it down, man. If we have like all 3 or 4 of us on it, it just drains it like crazy. Well, Elliott's definitely catching right back up to the leaders. This could make things interesting here. This truck is slowly starting to come in, not at its peak performance yet in the run, but it will get there if we stay green long enough. Just 42 laps to go at Martinsville. Moffitt freezing. About a second to a second and a half ahead. Elliott's about 5.5 seconds off the lead. Still 40 to go. Although that's not a lot of time on a racetrack like Martinsville. You can get about 3 laps in about a minute here, even in the truck series. So these laps are ticking away pretty quick, and they will continue to tick away pretty quickly. With just 2 cautions in the race pace has just been quick. And we only had 2 cautions in the first race here. Oh boy. They got really tight, went way up the track. Oh, Jason White just did not give Elliott a lot of room at all there, and didn't help Chase bounce it off the wall off of turn 2. He loses a little bit more ground on the second and third place trucks. Moffitt still has not gotten around Friesen, and he better get going here. We're getting later and later into this race, but neither Friesen or Moffitt are in the playoffs, nor have they won this season, so they're definitely going to race hard to try and get that first win of the year. Crafton only 4 seconds ahead. He's definitely getting held up. That is for sure. Should say 4 seconds ahead of Elliott. He's only about 2 seconds ahead of Friesen. And that gap is trimming down. Crafton struggling in the lap traffic. Austin Hill in 5th place, about 5 seconds behind the 4th place truck of Chase Elliott. But that can obviously change too. Ty Gillen has just swapped spots with Austin Hill. Gillen, another non-playoff driver. The pole sitter in this race today. Led a couple laps early on. Austin Hill is in the playoffs. Hill actually is further ahead of the cut line than anybody else coming into this race also, outside of Elliott, who's already locked into the next round with a win at Canadian Tire. But here we go. Ooh, another big hop off the curb. Elliott is pushing this race truck as hard as he can. 2.5 seconds off the lead. Another big bounce off the curb. Elliott gets sideways. Has to drop into 3rd gear off the exit of 4. Elliott loses a ton of time. 33 to go. And that was really the first huge mistake Elliott's made today. Off the curbing. Got very lucky. He was able to save that truck. He never hit anything outside of the curbing, obviously, but it didn't do any damage to the race truck. And this is as clean as he has been throughout the course of a run on this 3rd and final run. Well, it could be final run of the race. We still don't know. Moffitt, meanwhile, up to 2nd place. He has gotten around Friesen, now working on the race leader. Friesen, Moffitt just keeps swapping 2nd place right now. Just 31 laps to go at Martinsville. 3.5 seconds back is Elliott. 7 seconds back is Gillen and Hill battling for 5th still, and they're losing more time as they battle with each other. Through likely other lap cars behind us, I'd have to imagine, too. Possibly even more cars for position around them also, but it is a 4-horse race in the late going here at Martinsville. 2 playoff drivers, 2 non-playoff drivers. Things could definitely be interesting, that is for sure. $29 to go. We've had nothing but great racing since the drop of the green flag here tonight. And a quick one, but a good one. Daytona cutoff race in the round of 10. Next race for the Truck Series. And it will be coming up on Monday. This is not exactly a situation Crafton wants to be in. He's in a good situation because he's leading, but he doesn't have a big lead, and he knows he was 15 points ahead of the cut line coming into the day. He's going to have a good points day as long as he keeps it clean and makes it to the end of the race. But a win, and he doesn't have to worry about what happens at Daytona in the next race. Ooh, Elliott really just overdrove turn 3 there. Slightly. That race truck's getting really loose on him at this point in the run. Tires will clearly make it to the end, so will the fuel. Elliott is pushing as hard as he can as he clears Jesse Little, lap truck off of turn 2. Just less than 2 seconds off the lead. You know how sideways that truck was off of turn 4. 25 to go. Top 4 within 2 seconds. Moffitt side by side for the lead, still with Crafton. Friesen right on the back bumper of both of them with a lap truck to his inside of Tanner Gray, I believe. Elliott trying to catch these guys before they get through this little pack. Well, I shouldn't say little pack, big pack of lap trucks. But they're about halfway through it already. Elliott in the next round, but looking for 5 more playoff points and obviously another win on the season. Never know how many we're going to get with him in the truck series on the season. Especially with the tough playoff schedule ahead still. Oh, check up on the inside. The 2 lap cars got into each other there, Tanner Gray and Zane Smith. They tried to keep it off the leaders and let the leaders race. Side by side for second, though, between Moffitt and Friesen. Friesen with the run on the top. Crafton had to check up. Friesen is there. Side by side for the lead again. Crafton just clears him into turn 1. Oh! Crafton runs into the back of the lap truck there of Austin Wayne Self. Elliott with a big run on the top. Oh, Elliott 3-1 for the lead into turn number 3. Down to the bottom. He absolutely sends it in. Inside checked up again. Chase Elliott. No, Friesen leads the lap by a nose. Still 3 wide for the lead into turn 1. Lap truck still in the way. Friesen slips by on the top. Elliott up to second. Oh, and he gets into the back of Mike Harmon, another lap truck. Oh, man, still trying to stay there. 20 laps to go. Elliott to the lead for the 4th different time today. Moffitt will follow him up to second place right behind. Chase Elliott to the lead. But he does not have the fastest truck tonight. Can he hang on? And still, obviously, more lap traffic ahead. Will we stay green to the finish?
Hold your line, got one inside.
Oh. Well, we got lucky we didn't DNF there. Yeah, my controller died. I'm repairing the damage, but I'm not gonna... Whoop. I'm repairing the damage because that should... Caution's out, nonetheless. I'm not gonna take tires. Play it fair. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep. I'm gonna play it fair here. We're gonna have to pit, unfortunately. Well, that might have costed us, but that's my own fault. I didn't charge the controller when I should have. So here we go.
We're going green.
Will this be the final restart of the race? It's never over till it's over. But this has just gotten tougher for Elliott. Going to restart at 9:15 to go, and he is going to be extra aggressive here. Oh my goodness. Sends it 3 wide. Elliott trying to get right back to where he was.
Careful, still there.
Lap traffic might not be a factor anymore. He's quickly up to 5th. Pretty good restart. Moffitt leads. Crafton shortly behind him. Oh, big bounce off the curb by Elliott, and here comes another truck to the inside. Aggressive block. Elliott got a little loose off the exit of the corner too, and then Gillen almost hooked Elliott into the inside wall. 13 to go at Martinsville. Who will get the win? Ty Jasper, welcome to the stream. Oh, jeez. Elliott losing a little bit of ground. He is really running these corners as deep as he can right now, but that little bit of mistake by me not charging my controller last night might have just costed us a chance at the win. Not saying we were gonna win, but definitely made our job a little bit harder. At least we didn't DNF when that happened. Got very lucky, but it was definitely my fault nonetheless. Not my fault on the track, but off the track. 10 laps left here at Martinsville. Battle for third between Austin Hill, Stuart Friesen. I think the leaders are going to catch lap traffic before the end of the race. Boy, if Crafton can just get to the inside of Brett Moffitt, there is a chance there. Ooh, Elliott just missed turn one there. A little too deep. But again, will we stay green to the end of the race is another thing. I'm not going to count that as a caution, by the way, either. We still had 2 cautions today. Jacob Westbrook, welcome to the stream. 8 laps to go. Elliott is gaining a little bit of ground on third and fourth. Friesen's still trying to get around him. Crafton is there. Now, again, Moffitt is not in the playoffs. Crafton is. Crafton might try to move him to get into the round of 8. Crafton does have 1 win on the season. The more the merrier. Six to go. Oh, wow, Elliott's loose off of 2. Lap traffic. Not too far ahead of the leaders. Elliott locks the brakes up again into turns 3 and 4. Digging to the very end of the race. Oh, Elliott's loose off the exit of the corner. Around goes Elliott into the wall. Chase Elliott's into the wall again. Caution is going to come out with 5 laps to go at Martinsville. Very, very fortunate to not DNF there. He's going to have to keep this truck on the racetrack. Well, we're going to have to now because we're above 5 seconds of damage, so we can't even repair it anyway. Oh, no. Well, this is going to force a green-white checker. Heavy damage. It's going to be tough for Elliott to just keep up with these guys. He's going to have to hang on for these final 2 laps. But it gives Crafton another shot at Moffitt. But, I mean, he was there, and they were just catching lap traffic. Elliott was really pushing hard. He pushed it too hard off of turn 4. Moffitt will lead the field to the green. Crafton trying to get to the next round of the playoffs. Pretty decent getting through the shifts that time by Elliott. Just 2 laps to go. He sends it hard into the corner. A little bump to the back of Hill. But he just doesn't have the horsepower to keep up with these guys. Brett Moffitt in the lead. Crafton in second. Hill in the way. Elliott going for every spot he can right now, but it's going to be too little too late for him. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go for Moffitt. Can Hill catch him? Hill still trying to clear Crafton. Elliott absolutely using up Friesen. That's a point loss for Crafton as well, and a shot at the win-loss off of turn 4 for the final time in this race. Brett Moffitt is going to get the win at Martinsville. Unbelievable. Non-playoff driver pulls off the upset at Martinsville today. A win for Brett Moffitt. Austin Hill, second. Matt Crafton, third. Those 2 guys in the playoffs battled too hard for that final point that they were trying to get at least. Could not get to the win. Stuart Friesen, 4th. Chase Elliott, 5th. Austin Wayne Self, 6th. Ben Rhodes, 7th. Grant Enfinger, 8th. A couple playoff drivers there between Rhodes and Enfinger. Gillen, 9th. And Ty Majeski, who probably had the fastest truck in the field, just did not get great restarts those last few. 3 cautions total in the race today. Ty Majeski rounds out the top 10, by the way. 11 trucks finished on the lead lap. Just 70 minutes total in the race today. 1 hour, 10 minutes. Let's take a look at some of these other playoff drivers that did not have a good day. Sauter finished 16th. Riley Herbst 18th. Not good runs at all for them. Tyler Hill was the only driver to DNF here in today's race also. I think I'm missing some guys here. Yeah, Ross Chastain 11th, I guess, would have been another playoff driver, but I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, that would have been it. Yep, that's all the playoff drivers there. Robbie, welcome to the stream. It was a good race, that is for sure. Top 5 for Elliott. Luckily, he's already in the next round. Doesn't have to worry about Daytona, but no other driver was able to clinch here tonight. Daytona, the cutoff race for this round of 10 for the Truck Series. Again, that will be coming up on Monday night. Next stream will be tomorrow. Cup Series action. We'll start the round of 12 at Las Vegas. Should be a good one. Start time anywhere between 4 to 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow afternoon. So, again, should be a lot of fun for sure. Subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. We've got more career mode episodes coming up within the next few days as well, so that'll be a lot of fun. We got these realistic broadcasts with the full race live streams on the daily that you guys can look out for. And a power rankings video will for sure be out either tomorrow or on Friday, but we will get back into that again. Just couldn't do it last week because my phone was broken, so we got a few races in there to update the power rankings. Again, that's going to be it for this one. Hit the like button also if you enjoyed the race commentary, the video in general. It's a great race tonight. Moffitt deserved the win. Nonetheless, he led a lot of laps in this race. But without further ado, that's going to finish things off. I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. And have a good rest of your Wednesday night.